Good morning, guys. So this morning we're going to go over Saxon Phonics lesson 123. So let's just really quickly review our letter cards. Are you ready? So we have final syllable T-I-O-N, digraph U-E, diphthong O-U, ghost, digraph K-N, trigraph I-G-H, trigraph T-C-H, digraph or diphthong OW, trigraph DGE, digraph AY, diphthong OY, digraph EY, digraph AW, final syllable DLE, digraph EA, digraph AU, digraph IE, ghost, digraph GN, combination AR, digraph AI, digraph OA, final syllable GLE, combination QU, final syllable BLE, combination WH, ghost, digraph WR, digraph PH, diphthong OI, and then final syllable FLE. All right, let's go over some of our sounds, and we've learned some new ones real quick. So we have toy, oi, diphthong OY, pie, I, digraph IE, very good. Rain, A, digraph AI, faucet, ah, digraph AU, straw, ah, digraph AW, shield, E, digraph IE, phone, F, digraph PH, wallet, ah. Then we have that A, we're going to say A with our two dots, ready? Bird, combination IR. Then we have reef, ghost, digraph WR, lotion, shun, final syllable TION, steak, A, digraph EA, mouse, ow, diphthong OU, thread, digraph EA, gnat, ghost, digraph GN, cow, ow, diphthong OW, patch, trigraph TCH, leaf, E, digraph EA, light, I, trigraph IGH, key, E, digraph EY, candle, dull, final syllable DLE, glue, U, digraph UE, soap, O, digraph OA, hook, digraph OO, bridge, J, trigraph DGE, star, R, combination AR, knot, ghost, digraph KN, oil, OI, diphthong OI, well, W, combination WH, and giraffe, J, softy, very good. All right, so you're going to echo the words that I say and listen for the sound that's the same in each word. Are you ready? Protein, ceiling, siege. You ready? Protein, ceiling, siege. What did you hear there? That's right, you heard the E sound in there. So let's look at it very carefully and break it apart and see if you can figure out what letters are making that E sound. Ready? Ceiling, protein, siege. What letters do you think it is? That's right, it's the E and the I. You do not hear the I. You have a long E sound, with an I. So we call this digraph EI. And so when we code digraph EI, when you hear it in these words, you hear that eeling. So it's a long E, silent I. So we underline it, put that macron on top of the long E sound, and cross off the I. Then we have protein and siege. Okay, so we have that EI that makes the E sound. Okay, listen to these words and see if you can find the sound that's the same in each word. Are you ready? V-ain, V-L, R-ain. Let's try it one more time. V-ain, V-L, R-ain. Okay, that's right. You hear that A sound, okay? What letters do you think are going to make that A sound? V-L, V-ain, R-ain. Digraph EI again. So digraph EI is a little bit different. It can make the long E sound, which is pretty normal because a lot of times when we have those two vowels go a walk-in, the first one's going to do the talking, right? Or it can make a long A sound, which is a little bit different. So here is our new letter name card. So we have digraph EI. When you see this card, you're just going to say digraph EI. The picture card for digraph EI, we have two of them, okay? If it makes that weird, that long A sound that's different, we say V-L. So we'll say veil, A, digraph EI, okay? If it's the picture card for the EI that says the E sound, we'll say receipt, E, digraph EI, because you can hear eat. It has that EI behind it. All right, so let's look. We added, do you see it? Right there. We added digraph EI today. Now on our letter cards, though, we had to add two because there's two sounds. You see it? Well, here's one. We have veil, A, digraph EI. And then we have receipt, E, digraph EI. So we have two different sounds. So we're going to practice that. And this is going to be a little bit tricky because it has two sounds. Because when I make the different word families, we have to figure out which sound is it going to make first. And then we can change it. So remember, that's the thing, is if we have things like EA and EI that make different sounds, we can always try it one way, and if it doesn't sound right, we can flip it to the other sound. That's why we need to know both of them. So first, we're going to make one that's a little bit easier. What about this? V. Maybe I want to try the E sound first. V-eel, veal. Does that sound right? It is a word, but it's not spelled that way. What about V-L, veil? This is the veil, the picture that we saw. Now that I have veil, what would happen if I just changed the ending sound to an N? Now I would have V-ain, vein. Very good. All right, let's try something else. What if I put an S in front of it and I move a Z? What do I have next? Now, age. Does that sound right? AIDS. No, let's try it with the E. Siege. Siege. Very good. Siege. All right, what if I just wanted to make a silly word? And I know that's siege, and put a P in front of it. Peach. Very good. All right, and let's move this word around just a little bit. Change some of the sounds. All right, we're going to make kind of a longer word. Are you ready? Leisure. Leisure. Leisure means that you are relaxed, so leisure. All right, guys, you did an awesome job making words. Now, digraph EI, we're not going to see in as many words as some of the other vowel teams that we've talked about. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull out our activity sheet so we can practice those two sounds that digraph EI makes. All right, guys, so we are going to work on that digraph EI. And remember, it makes two different sounds. It makes the E sound, which we can kind of predict because sometimes, you know, our vowel teams say the long vowel sound of the first letter, but it also says A like V-L, okay? So let's go ahead and start with some of our spelling sounds, okay? So if I want to spell the sound E, how can I make the E sound when I'm spelling? I can say E-E or E, and then ending, remember, E-E or Y, and now we also have E-Y like in key, okay? What if I want to spell the sh sound? How would I spell that? S-H, perfect, okay? What if I want to spell the s sound? That's right, it can be S or it can be C, or it can be final, S-S, S-E, and C-E. Good job. All right, what if I want to spell the G sound? That's right, G. How about this one? J sound. It can be J and G, and what can it be at the end? Remember, it can be D-G-E, or it can be G-E. We're never going to have that J by itself at the end. All right, what about the L sound? L, or final, L-L. Remember, sometimes it has that double L at the end. Okay? What about the F sound? F, or final, F-F. It follows that floss rule too. Okay, what about the sound? It can be U or it can be that schwa A. Good job. Okay, what about the ch sound? Digraph CH, or remember it can be ending CH, or trigraph TCH. Good job. All right, and our last sound we're going to do today, what about the y sound? That's right, it's Y. All right, guys, we are going to say a couple different sounds. So what if I want to spell the word veil? Veil, what do you hear? V, V, E, E. It sounds like the A, L, but it's actually that E-I. Remember, that can make that A sound. V-L, veil. Very good. What if I want to spell the word siege? Siege, I have S, then I have E. That E-I, Z, and then it's got a sneaky E at the end. Siege. I know this one's tricky when we're spelling. Siege. All right, on number 13, we're going to try a couple different words, okay? What if I say the word ceiling? Ceiling. So I have eel. It's got that E-I, then O, L, then ing, I-N-G. Very good. All right. And we're just going to try a couple sight words, okay? One of the most important sight words for us to spell. What do we need to spell? T-H-E. Perfect. And then what about our sight word, what? What? W-H. Remember, it says but it's not a U, it's a what. Sometimes that A can make the short U sound, the schwa sound. Okay, all right, on number 16, the word veil. What do you see? That E-A, very good. V-L. Now, can I code that E-I in any other way? No, because it's making that A sound, so I just have to underline it. What about reindeer? Reindeer. Well, first, it's two separate words, so I need to divide it down the middle, right? It's got that E-I, but listen. Ain. So it's making that A sound too, so we're just going to go ahead and underline it. Ain, and then ear. We've got that E-E, so long E, sneaky E. And I see that picture of the reindeers right there. How about ceiling? Ceiling. Well, I've got that I-N-G that I need to put together, right? And then what else do I have? I've got that E-I. And this one says eel. It is making that long E sound, so I can mark the long E, and cross off the I. Ceiling. Very good. Okay, what about the next word? This is hard. Conceited. Conceited. So it's got ED, so I can break it apart there. What else does it have? Well, we've got more than one syllable, don't we? So I need to look for my vowels. Vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. So I'm going to break it apart right here. My first syllable is just CVC, right? Consonant, vowel, consonant. So it's going to be a short O. K, on, con. And then over here, I've got that EI in the middle. So long E, sneaky I, s, eat. Conceit, and then I add that did. Conceited. Very good. All right, our last word. Protein. Protein. So first of all, I have to know where I'm going to divide it up. So I look for my vowels. Vowel, consonant, vowel. And remember, most of the time we divide it up after the first vowel. So over here I have O. It's going to be open. So it's going to be a long O. Then een. Listen to that. It makes the long E sound. So long E, sneaky I. Protein. So I had veil, reindeer, ceiling, conceited, and protein. All right, on the bottom, we have, do you see something that you recognize? That's right, I can divide it up right here. I recognize this word ball. And in ball, listen, that A is making that ah sound. So I need to put those two dots on it. And I have two L's, so I can cross one of them off. Ball. And then over here, what do I need to code? Well, that's easy. I just have that AR that I need to connect. So arc, park, ball, park. All right, on number 22, where do you think I need to divide it up? That's right. When I start reading it, I see that I have the word dish because it's a short I, and then I underline that SH, so d-ish. So I know that word's going to be by itself. Then over here, what do I have? I have combination ER, very good. I have an A that's after a W. So when I try to sound it out, watter. Watter, does that make sense? No, since it's after the W, I can put those two dots on it and say water. Water, so dish, water. Or you could have just picked out water first because it's one of our sight words. All right, what else do you have on number 23? I got to figure out where to divide it up. Vowel, consonant, vowel. So break it apart after that first vowel. And I've got that A by itself on a syllable. And I know something, sometimes when that A is by itself, is it going to make the A sound? No, it usually, if it's by itself, makes that schwa sound. So I have to put that upside down E on it. So, and then over here I have I, sneaky E. Live, alive, very good. And then number 24, what do you see? Suffix ing, very good. So I can do that. And then I also have, in the root word, I have the OI, so oil, boiling, very good. And our last one, this has something special. Do you see it? Final syllable, T-I-O-N. So bracket it off. And then look, over here on my syllable, I just have L-O. So that O is open at the end, so it's going to be long. So I'm going to say lotion. Lotion, very good. So ballpark, dishwater, alive, boiling, and lotion. So which one am I going to match? The lotion, very good. All right, on the back, we are going to read this together. Remember, I'm going to highlight my sight words that I already know. So, Dad sat by the fire. Fire, and then this last part is a sight word, place. Last night. And watched some good shows on TV. First was the French cook. This cook had perfect cooking skills. She made a lemon cake
using eggs, flour, and other things. The cake looked very pretty when she finished. Then Dad saw a show with a that's that E-I, eared cowboy who drove a beige, remember beige is like a brown color, car rather than ride a horse. During the show, the cowboy hunted for some men who had seized, remember that means takes, I see that DLE, so saddles and reins ride off some beige horses. He looked like a real cowboy until he crawled into that car to chase after those men. I thought it was rather weird, but Dad says he enjoyed both that show and the one with the cook. So what did Dad watch on TV last night? Remember, he watched, you could just say some good shows, or you could list them, because it says right here, watch some good shows. So good shows. Or you could actually list the French cook and then the cowboy who drove a beige car. What did the cook put in the lemon cake? Eggs and flour and chips, or flour and water? So let's look. She made a lemon cake using eggs and flour. Also, you can look at those, and eggs and chips wouldn't make sense, would it? And flour and water, well, you're not going to usually put water in your cakes. What did the cowboy drive? The cowboy who drove a beige car. It says a saddle, a car, or eggs. So, of course, it would be a car. What had the men seized? So we can look back, and it says the cowboy hunted for men who seized the saddles and reins right off some beige horses. So we can say saddles, sad, and remember that dull at the end. Final syllable, DLE. Saddles and reins. Very good. All right. There's a couple words you can challenge yourself with at the bottom, and then you're all finished. Great job. Thanks, guys.